Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to One Way Heroics. It has been a long time, it feels like, since I've actually recorded something live. The last 3 parts that just went up, those were archived. I didn't even know I had them. Forgot about them. Anyway, we're going to move on, and we're going to see what we can do about finishing up the rest of this game, because after I found that archived footage and realized that I was mostly set up, it's just a matter of actually executing at this point. So, we are going to hop into this, hop into that, and what the fuck? This is a shitty entrance. Also, what is on the top right there? That looks like a monster or something. There you go, I've got a need to fruit. I am Grant, the Knight. And we picked Knight because it'll be nice and defensive, it'll be able to get me everything that I need to do. And we need to crack open the Dimensional Vault, we need to grab that. And for sake of argument, we will also grab grab that. Gives us a gives us something to do, something to attack with, in case we get in trouble. We're starting with some pretty upbeat music. Also, there's a lot of people playing this on the right there, on the left there. Friendly, Gwendolyn, Roan, Mara. I didn't think this game was still as alive and well as it is, but I guess, hey. The other side of it, too, is it only costs, like, $2. I ain't got no money, honey. Can't afford your shit. And for the amount of hours I put into it, well over, I think it's 200 at this point, Steam said. 200 hours of entertainment for $2? I'd do that. Either way. We need in this that's no good. Pick that up just in case, and ignore that. Whoa! We need as many Nayuta fruits as we possibly can. And I'm sure it's for obvious reasons. We need to really get Dosey feeling happy. Oh, shoot, that was a... Oh, well, I'm only level 6. I wouldn't have been able to afford anything. So, let's start. We really need to crank up the affection for Dosey here, and we need to do it fast, actually. There's a specific order to things, and I'm going to be frustrated if it doesn't pan out the way I'm hoping it does. So it's really about finding as many items as possible and hoping for as many Nayuta fruits as possible. Come on. that boils down to. Ah, already we're looking good. What's up, Dosey? And beautiful. The other side of picking a tank is because she's so, Oh. Roan died? That's a shame. Oh. Man, if they didn't make the punishment for killing animals so brutal. Jury-rigging? Yes. They didn't make the punishment for killing animals so unbelievably brutal. I would actually do it way more often. But it's overkill at a certain point. What are we gonna do here? I don't need a backup sword, because I have a backup sword. Oh man, lots of bats all. Okay. Get off my... We'll use that. Talk to you. Rebuff ourselves up. Let's see if we can make it. We did. Awesome. Now, what do we want? Let's kick up our weight limit will be useful. And I'm not a swimmer, so I'm not going to go bothering with all that shit down there. I can see the green square, but no thank you. Dark Chef 1. I wonder where that chef is. Sorry, Dosey. Didn't mean to get you hit there. And I got myself poisoned. How freaking fantastic. Yeah. Now, let's see. This is why we went as the knight, is so that we could just sit and tank if we needed to. And with a healer in Dosey, we can survive a lot longer. Please. Nope. Shoot. Oh, it's Duke Galtz. Shoot! I don't think I have. Oh, that's a real shame, because... Oh, God. Here. Oh, Lordy, he's coming. Oh, Lordy, he's coming. We done fucked. Leave me alone. Do I have anything that I could, like... Confusion. Okay. Come here, Duke. Bye. Sorry to do that to you, but Oh, shit, okay. So, we have hit our first checkpoint wherein Dosey is... Ah, beautiful. Dosey is starting to transform, which means we need to hurry up and make sure that we get enough... Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. We get enough Nayuta fruits to basically power through and get her to max affection before... We still have... Yeah, we still do have that. Oh, man alive. Okay. We are just going to wind up with enough that we could straight up... Let's see, is this another one? No. We can get her to max affection. We'll run out the clock a little bit because I do need her at the... do need her to not transform, but running it out too early, I need to get to the Demon Lord, and I need to have some... Ah, you know what? There we go. Do I still have my barbecue? I don't remember. No, I got rid of it. We're gonna play real risky all of a sudden. That goat just changed my plans considerably. 5 levels, that makes things much quicker and easier. And let's see. Yeah, let's do that, because then what we'll do is we'll go eat that. And we'll wait for her to talk to us. Oh, hello. And you know what, we'll just... Ow. Thank you, Dosey. I appreciate the healing herb. The healing herb. Oh, dear Lord. That was an accident. Leave me alone. Okay. Not fucking likely. Ow! Okay. Speak with Dosey. Okay. Oh no! Now I'm overweight! Damn it, Dosey! That was not the time! Okay. What do we want to... What do we gotta do here? There we go. Oh, okay. Let's heal Dosey up a little bit. It's a good thing I picked up that auto healing. Oh, shit. Okay. We're running out of time here, folks. Oh, fantastic. I think... Alright, so what we need to do... No thanks. 3 hours until the Demon Lord appears. That means we need to beat the Demon Lord when he arrives. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I am ready to rock and roll here. I think I'm good. Come here, boy. I don't want to get out of here alive. You are going down. Stop missing, please. Ow. One hour? Oh, okay. No, thank you. There we go. Now that should... I really hope that's how that works. I don't know. It was a tough journey. Not really. Alright. Okay, let's see. After awakening, Dosey came and explained everything. Hey Grant, do you mind if I tag along for a little longer? We still have to deal with my condition, but even so, I want to see how far we can go together. It will be a journey to cure her condition. Iris didn't seem to mind. Now, let's see if I get this proper from the epilogue. Already deeply affected by the presence of the darkness, Dosey's condition continued even after the battle ended. But a sudden change occurred a few days after the battle. One evening, Dosey was struck with sudden pains and her body made a creaking sound, beginning to change. Stiff hair grew rapidly from her arms and face, and her skeleton also slowly changed. Grant, run! Grant, what should we do? Grant stood in front of Dosey as she suffered. Grant put all the wisdom they'd collected on their journey to work. Dosey had said she'd originally been affected by the darkness and become half-beast. In addition, whenever the wind blew during their travels, a thin fog from the darkness would descend upon them. That Dosey's sickness would get worse was a given. However, now that the darkness had been vanquished, there had been some hope. Grant dumped their bag of belongings upside down and picked out a specific book. It was the Parchment of Darkness. Yes! Yes, the epilogue worked. In order to get this, you have to have the Parchment of Darkness, and it is so incredibly rare. As Grant opened the Parchment of Darkness and recited towards Dosey, her body was surrounded in a dazzling light. Immediately afterwards, the dark energy spilled out of her, momentarily appearing to swell up violently, before the darkness burst and disappeared, scattering all around. Their surroundings quickly quieted once more, and Dosey fell to her knees. Grant threw the Parchment of Darkness aside and embraced the faint-looking Dosey. Dosey was still gasping for breath, but she was back to her original form, showing no signs of changing. She had safely been returned to being completely human. I'm so glad. I'm so relieved, Dosey. Yes, this time they were able to save Dosey from the curse of the darkness. This time? Yes, that's right, this time. After Dosey had fully recovered, the three of them went to her hometown by her request. To her hometown in the valley that had been swallowed by darkness. After some traveling, they arrived at a mountain from which they could see the valley. The mountainside and the valley had slowly begun to regain some of its greenery. I've finally returned, but surely there's nothing left here. When they descended to the valley, there was only a decaying village, and there was certainly no sign of any living thing. The only sounds were the wind and a signboard creaking where it hung. It was as Dosey had expected, and she lowered her gaze. But it wasn't as though there was nothing left. A thin tree stood in the middle of the village, and even though it had been swallowed up by the darkness, it was still alive. Upon approaching and looking closely, there were leaves gradually growing back, and it was even growing small blue fruits. They were new young Nayuta fruits. Seeing this, Dosey smiled through her tears. So this land was not fully dead. Slowly but surely, it was coming back to life. The next day, when they set off, Dosey was holding her mother's cane as a keepsake in her hands. The dark expression had disappeared from her face. Well, where are we going next? Why don't we check the towns to the south? I heard the seafood dishes are really tasty there. Iris said this while studying their map. For now, they decided to do whatever Dosey wanted to do. For the moment, traveling to eat delicious food was a pretty good plan. Hoping that someday the others will be able to return to the valley, the three of them left the village. While whistling a tune, Dosey walked happily forward. Just as she started to wonder where Iris went, the fairy poked her head out of Dosey's bag. Under the clear blue sky, Grant stood on the mountaintop and looked back one last time at the valley. Grant silently said goodbye to the Nayuta tree that stood watch over the abandoned village. Grant, come on, we're leaving. Grant chased after Dosey and Iris to catch up. The blowing wind bathed them in a refreshing scent of nature. Grant and the others felt like a new life was beginning and returned on the road from which they came. Their unending journey continues even now, forever and ever, for eternity. Yeah, the darkness that was driven away, achievement unlocked. It was, thanks for Dosey. Yo, I'm only Conqueror number 2, really? Huh. Interesting. Staff of Nayuta. Interesting. So let's see. I think we'll chuck that back in there. What is this? Ooh. Interesting. And we've still got the Parchment of Darkness. Alrighty then, well, I'm going to do a bit of vault management here, because it is time to do the second last run of the game, and holy crap, it gets difficult. Let's expand this a couple of times here. There we go, that's good enough. And then we can toss this and that in there and not have to worry. Can't put my... Yeah, no, I can't put the buddy tablets in there. That's a shame. How many buddy tablets do I have anyway? Zero, eh? Well, I'm going to take one of those out and I'm going to put one buddy tablet in. Just in case. Fantastic. Well, next time we are going to be going to the end of the dimension. When we come back, it'll be time. Till next time, guys. Later.